welcome back to Good Morning Vail, the U.S. Open edition. And as I was saying before, I rarely get this fangirlish and excited about the people that I get to interview, at least not publicly, but I'm just going to say it. Barrett, Christy, it is such a pleasure to have you on the show. One of my personal heroes, and you have done so much for the sport of snowboarding for women. And you were actually a Vail local girl for a while, hey?
Yeah, I spent the better part of the 90s here in Vail, and I honestly haven't been back for an event since I left 10 plus years ago, so I'm excited to be here.
Oh, we're so happy that you're here. Now, just in case you were not aware, we're talking member of the first U.S. snowboarding Olympic team, also 11 X Games medals, Barrett. And then you've won the U.S. Open before.
Yeah, the Open, when it was in Stratton, is the last time I've been to the U.S. Open, and I won. We had big air and pipe for women in '97 there, and I won both of those events. And I've only done a few Opens really, but it's always been a super fun event, and it's like one of the longest running snowboard events. This and the Mount Baker Bank Slalom, around for 30 plus years now. So it's cool to have seen the majority of those events as they've unfolded over the years.
It is cool to be standing next to you right now. Only done a few of the Opens and just happened to win them. No big deal. Okay, so you've been busy though since you've been competing, and tell me your title at GNU.
Oh, I hate that question. I'm not even. So I am in charge of the women's product development. So I'm the women's product line manager for GNU. And I work on the team and marketing, and it's a pretty small crew that does everything there. So we all support each other in every category. But I work with team riders like Jamie Anderson and Caitlin Farrington and a whole slew of others to get them on boards that work for them and help them with their signature models and all the board designs for our women's product.
Now, speaking of signature models, this happens to be yours. This is the B Pro.
Oh, nice.
I did notice. This is the B Pro, and this is such an accomplishment. So this has been a top-selling model for 20 years. Oh my gosh! That is quite the feat.
Yeah, this is next year's B Pro, and it is such an honor to work with a company that believes in women's snowboards. The line has grown from starting with my model in '96 to more than I can count now, 13 to 15 models, or actually more if you count Roxy snowboards. But we've built this from the B Pro into a full line, and this has been 21 years now with this model.
Oh my God.
And for the last 10 years, we've partnered with Boarding for Breast Cancer and supported that foundation with the sale of the B Pro.
That's amazing. So you can trust that there's a lot of experiences going into these boards. Now, really quickly, Barrett, we've got the half-pipe competition going on. We saw the slope style competition. Just your overall impression of this U.S. Open so far.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the events every year, but to be here in person always drives home the fact that the jumps are huge, and the slope style progression has come so far. I mean, girls like Jamie and Anna and Spencer, that was amazing. What a great competition. And the pipe too, I'm excited to watch. Elena has a really exciting run that I can't wait to see, and Kelly and Chloe. I mean, there's a lot more. It used to be just a handful of girls I could spit out and say they're leading the charge, but now there's a dozen plus in every discipline that could step up and change the game for everybody.
All right, there you go. Well, thank you so much for coming on this morning. It's such a pleasure.
And
come out and enjoy the Open with legends like Barrett, Christy. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll check in with Ken to find out what's happening with your mountain conditions.